Welcome back, everyone. Another gorgeous day out doing photography. Today I'm at this beautiful place called Heron Park. It's kind of a little fishing park with ponds and river access and you name it. It's kind of small, but I'm hoping I'll be able to get something good. Going for a sunset picture, or well, not necessarily sunset, but something during golden hour. Hoping I can get some good light. But yeah, stay tuned. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm out at the river here and about to try to find some sort of composition. Not 100% sure what I'm going for. So I've got this concrete in front of me here, and the river in front, and then the river kind of winds down that way. So I'm gonna see if there's something good I can get with this. Wow, I have my settings all messed up from doing Nightscape. Okay, so back to ISO 100. And let's get the shutter speed down so that I can actually see something through here. There we go. Okay, so... Oh yeah, this is definitely going to work better vertical. Let's see, what can I come up with here? I think I'm actually almost happy with this. Maybe I want to raise this up a little bit more, though. Change my perspective slightly. Oh, yeah. Right there is my sweet spot. And I just gotta adjust that a little bit to compensate. Liking it. And let's try to see here. Okay, and think I'm gonna try for this. Sorry, I can't really show you what I've got set up here, but you'll see the picture in just a second. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna need some exposure bracketing for this shot. Due to where the sun is, I don't really have much of a choice. Everything is just getting completely blown out. So I'm gonna go with a full 3 stops, or full 2 stops. And so I got 2 stops of exposure bracketing, and I'm setting the center point to 1 stop underexposed. Gotta get this up in aperture too. I'm gonna go with let's go with F8. That sounds like a happy place. And then proper exposure. Oh, no. Cancel. That would have been no good. We do not want continuous shooting. Don't want to shoot 10 shots of this. That was for Nightscape. And I should probably change my AF to single point so that I can get my exposure bracketing right. Okay, so looks like I'm shooting my base image at 1/160th of a second, f8, and ISO 100. And I am gonna shoot a couple images so I have the possibility of focus stacking. And there we go. Shot number 1 should be complete. Here it is. Okay, so you may have noticed I actually brought my big tripod out today. Due to the fact that there's no clouds in the sky, I wanted to emphasize the fore and mid-ground a little bit more. So raising the camera up and angling it down slightly allows you to be able to do that, which is what I am going for with this shot. I am trying to get as... there's a little bit of sky in it, but not a whole lot. So what I've got going on with this composition is I've got this log here kind of leading in to the water at the corner, and then I'm trying to make the small hill in the background look as big as possible, hence be the height of my tripod. And so we're gonna hope this works. Again, I like shooting with exposure bracketing just for safety. I normally don't actually end up using all of the bracketed photos, but it at least gives me something to work with and a choice when I get back home in case I got the exposure wrong. Especially with really harsh light like this, that can definitely happen. So again, I'm going to shoot this, since I've got the element leading in, I'm going to need to focus stack this. So the first shot, I'm going to focus on the log here. And then I'm going to focus one on the grass over here, because that's a bit farther in. And since I'm at 15 millimeters, that should be about all I need for focus. So I'm going to do one more on the far mountain, and that should guaranteed give me everything I need for this. So here's hoping that shot turned out, but regardless, here it is. Okay, so I really wanted a picture of these really pretty reeds sticking out of the water in front of me here. So I had to break out my mini tripod for this because I want to force the perspective to make the reeds look bigger than they actually are. So I'm going to try to do this. I'm sticking with, or actually... Due to the fact that it's windy out here, I'm going to change the aperture down to f5.6, try to hit that sweet spot of my lens. And again, sticking with 2 stops of exposure bracketing, 1 stop underexposed. And so I'm at 1/400th of a second, f5.6, ISO 100 for this shot. And let's just focus this one right on the reeds. And I'm going to do another one focused on the background if I can. Let's see if I can actually click that spot on the screen. There we go, that got it. Okay, so had a little bit of softer light on that one. I think it's going to turn out pretty. Here's hoping it does. But either way, however it turns out, here is my picture. Okay, so for this shot, I might be a little bit up in the tree. It happens, though. I mean, better to be there and get the shot than to not get the shot. So moral of the story, there is no clouds in the sky, so there's not going to be a whole hell of a lot for sunset. So I'm trying to do something with this really good light I have at the moment. Here, let me change this to video and I'll just record a brief, or actually, no, never mind, screw it. Okay, so again, gonna go with exposure bracketing on this, full 2 stops. And what I'm doing, I've got a shot at down the river a bit, and since there's no clouds, I'm trying to fill the sky with this really cool tree that overhangs the river. I think this is actually going to turn out really pretty. There's a bit of a caved out coastline too. So pending all goes well, let me just get that tree just a hair bit higher up in the shot. I think I want it right there. So I think I've got the composition on that bit. So gonna check my exposure and set it to 1 stop underexposed since I've got exposure bracketing on. And I think for this shot, I just want to focus right on the tree. I might focus 1 on the foreground, but I don't honestly think I'm going to use that. And since the sun is going down and this is about the best shot I'm going to get, I'm going to leave the camera set up here and try this a few more times and see what I can do for light, and hopefully I'll get something awesome. Either way, here it is. Okay, so I think I'm going to wrap up this video here. I've been out at this spot shooting this tree for a while now. Really hope I got at least a shot with some gorgeous light on it. I guess you guys already know because you've seen it. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up this episode. Hopefully this was a little bit useful, watching me play around with different perspectives and tripods. Hopefully that was helpful to someone. But either way, if you enjoyed this, definitely be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And go out, take a good picture, and I will see everyone next time.